Good afternoon YouTube, my name is Jason and welcome to today's show. Today we will be doing a review of the SBGA211, the Grand Seiko Snowflake. I got this watch from Eric of our boutique in Peninsula Plaza. There are other places where you can buy this watch. You can buy it at the boutiques, two boutiques in Singapore, one in the linkway between Wisma and Takashimaya. There's also another Grand Seiko, or rather a Seiko boutique that sells Grand Seiko at Vivo City in Harbourfront. You could also, search Carousel for some attractive deals, but at this price point, buying off Carousel might be a bit tricky, if not risky. Of course, if you have got friends who do travel quite a fair bit, of course, buy them from Japan. There's a tax refund, and if the exchange rate is favorable, you could get a lot of value from purchasing in Japan directly. So enough of the waffling. What are the specs of this watch? It is 48 millimeters lug to lug, 48 millimeters lug to lug with the case size of about 41 millimeters. It sits about 12.5 millimeters on the wrist. It is made of titanium material, and as you can see, the case, the bezel, and the case as well is polished at the level of Zaratsu, the Zaratsu polishing. It's almost mirror-like. Let me see if I can let it play the light. Very lovely. And of course, you have very nice, well-finished indices and the hours and minutes hand. The seconds hand run very smooth because it's running on the 9R65 string drive movement. It has 72 hours power reserve. What you are buying this watch for is really the dial texture. If you can see it, it's very very nuanced. It's supposed to be modeled after the effect of layers of snow landing on the ground. That's why it's called the Grand Seiko Snowflake. So just a bit about the movement. Just look and see the case back, see through the case back. Okay. With the what they call the Côte de Genève finishing, but it's really the watch is made in Japan and not in Geneva. 100 meters water resistance. Forgot to mention about the material. It is titanium, so it's about 30 to 40% much lighter than a comparable stainless steel 316 watch. Very light on the wrist. I was also considering a similar Grand Seiko with the blue dial. Let me pop it out on the screen. So I guess one of the reasons I didn't choose the Snowflake with the blue dial is because it was in stainless steel and it didn't have a bracelet option. I think I would rather go with a watch that has a bracelet option first, and then I swap it out for a leather strap. So because it's really much more cost effective longer term, because if you were to wear a leather strap watch over a while, you just need to change it very often. Also, there is a similar model, the Snowflake dial, but with the golden indices, like the one you can see here. So it was really between this and the one with the golden indices and markers, but I guess it looks a bit mature for my age. So how's the experience so far? The titanium, when you wear a titanium watch on the wrist, it's really very light. You may not feel it, and for the price you're paying, sometimes we associate weight of a watch with the price. So it took some getting used to. There is very limited brand recognition when you buy a Grand Seiko. Outside of people who are already collecting Seikos and Grand Seikos, nobody recognizes it. There was one organic compliment. I think I was playing my darts, and then somebody saw about the watch, and then I'm not sure what he noticed, but he said, "Oh, nice watch and Nice watch, nice Grand Seiko. That's about it. All the other comments about the watch all came from people who already knew I got a Grand Seiko. So I kept this brochure here to show you how the older Grand Seikos look like. This is Astron. Okay, just it's here. So as you can see, the older Grand Seikos, I think this is in 2016, 2017. There is a Seiko logo at the 12 o'clock position, and then the Grand Seiko logo is at the 6 o'clock position. This is the mechanical series. I think it's, yeah, I'm not sure if it's the high beat. This is the 9S movement. Let me put it closer. And then on the other page, we have got the so-called ancestors, the predecessors of the watch, in the spring drive movement. You can see here the 9R movement, very well decorated. Some of the older models, which I think you can find online. They all have the power reserve. And this is the quartz, the 9F movement, the 9F quartz movement. So how has my experience been so far with the watch? Would I buy it again? I think the overall experience has been positive. Maybe if there was one with the exact features but in stainless steel, it would still be better for me. Would I buy it again? Second hand, even though the second hand maybe not so, there's so much price difference from what I can see from the listings on Carousel. But maybe if I could buy the whole watch again, I would probably buy it in a boutique in Japan and get the complete boutique experience. So that's all for my review of the SBGA so far. If you have got any comments or thoughts for what to do for the next video, do put it down in the comment section below. See you in the next one.